Check 1, 2. Can you guys hear us now?
Testing.
Check, check.
I think you guys should be able to hear us now.
Check 1.
Yep. All right.
That looks so cool.
Check 1, 2.
Testing. 2.
Tighten that washer up. And the nut. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Loud and clear.
Testing.
Kobos Kane is pretty pissed off right now. We're gonna bring him in on the second segment and let him sound off.
Sound off.
He's pretty hype right now. Pretty hype. Yeah. Firestone never lets me down.
That's a big cloud. Look at that.
Yes, Daniel, that is Silver and Black 666. We got special visitor this week. Member of our pillaging crew, Silver and Black 666.
Glad to be here.
Coming to you live.
And in effect.
And diggity direct. Check 1, 2.
In the fog.
In the fog, for sure.
It is kind of foggy in here.
Yeah.
It's kind of foggy in here.
Check 1, 2. Check. How's that sound? How does that sound? How does that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check 1, 2. What's up, pillagers? The fuck's going on out there, Raider Nation?
Oh, man. How's everybody feel about the draft?
Give us your 2 reactions. First the pick, and then the trade.
Give us your emoji reactions.
Emoji.
We want your emoji reactions to this pick.
Because if I get 100 emojis, that gives me a whole day of blipping chips. I don't know, Morty.
That's a good ass show too. That's a good ass show.
Yeah, I know. I did catch that reference.
Check. I said emoji reactions.
Emoji.
All right. Twitter's blowing up right now. I'm turning my watch off. Ice Cold Honky coming with the clown. I think that's a clown. It's either a clown or a picture of your sister.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Yeah.
Casey Gaynor says he's glad to be here so he can kill himself in front of all of his friends.
Nice.
Mike almost threw his phone out the window. Here comes the emojis. Sick emojis, frowny emojis. Think about it. Clown, sick emoji.
Clown.
This guy's got all the emojis. Sick, doctors. He's got the thermometer in his mouth. He's got smoke coming out of his nose. He's got the bandaged head. He's got the worried face. He's got the surgical mask.
Oh, so many things.
Damn. People are pretty angry right now. I'm going to try to cheer you up, Raider Nation. I really am.
We're going to do our best. We're going to do our damn best.
Yeah.
That's
check
right.
1, 2, check. Yeah, we're going to do the absolute most to cheer you up. And then
we were surprised too, people.
Then we're going to get you real angry again.
We had those faces too.
We were surprised too.
Yeah, we just took the bandages off and the thermometers out of our mouth before we came online, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Get my screen set up, and then we're going to launch into this, guys. Boom.
Boom.
Outline cracking.
Nice.
Anybody listen to the Vilipiano interview from last week? What did you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's right. They didn't, those who were on the live stream didn't get to hear it.
I did not get to hear that.
Any new emojis?
We got bombs and swords and skulls and crossbones and shit emojis.
Doo-doo.
Wow. Josh Rosen's pissed. He said there was 9 mistakes picked in front of him.
9.
Wow, Josh.
Well, you know what, Josh? Would you rather be living in Arizona or Cleveland? So shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Jeez. I know.
No shit, right? What the fuck you bitching about, man? You still got drafted, right?
Right. It's first round money.
I'm glad you guys liked the interview.
These guys, clearly they made the right decision to not pick you because you're so sentimental, bro. Got character flaw.
Too emotional.
I think there actually was a guy that was complaining about the questions they were asking at the combine. Made him uneasy.
What did they pick up? They picked up a 3rd rounder and a 5th rounder?
3rd round and a 5th round. And the 1st round pick. So it was the 15th pick, a 3rd rounder. What was it, 74, some shit like that? That's what we traded for Martavis Bryant.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yep.
we now have a fast guy.
It was Geist though.
Yeah.
That's they were saying that they asked him some questionable questions.
That's right. They were questionable questions. Like when Des Bryant was asked if his mom was a prostitute.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
That's fucking crazy, man. Is that what is that, man? Is that a test to see if you'll fucking like
Punch you in
blow up
the
and
face.
punch somebody or what?
Okay, he
Damn.
didn't reach across the table and kill me, so I think we'll draft him.
Still got 2 good eyes.
Yeah.
He's draftable.
Yeah, he's draftable. They obviously didn't give Reuben Foster that test.
Oh shit.
What happened to Brian in 2016? He was injured or what?
In 2016?
Yeah, he's got no stats listed for 2016.
I don't know, man. I know last year he had a little tiff going on with the coach.
Yeah, he started only
They benched him. They benched him for a bit.
He had 600 yards in 8 games. He had 765. Oh, those are games started. Sorry. He played 15 last year. He had 765 yards in 11 games in 2015.
But you can pretty much say that he didn't play those games because he dressed, but they didn't really put him on the field those games.
But wasn't he suspended for?
He had some remarks on I think about the game planning or something like that. It was when Pittsburgh was going through some
Right.
rough patches. They were losing some games and they weren't getting a whole lot of points on the board, and he was complaining about them not looking for him.
Right.
And then they benched him for a bit, and then towards the end of the season he picked it back up. He started I think he had a couple, if not a few, good games towards the end of the season. That Juju Smith-Schuster came on. Yeah, he came on and he
Sure
started
did,
putting up
didn't
some. Yeah, he started putting up some points. He had some big games.
Man, they know how to draft him over there.
Yeah, it's true, man. Shit.
They got rid of Todd Haley. Did they get a new offensive coordinator in?
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, they got rid of him. I don't know if it really worked out for him.
I'm assuming they have to have somebody by now, right?
Right.
If we're going into veteran workouts and stuff.
All right, so We're going to bring Kane on here for an extended second segment. This first segment is going to be short. Those of you that joined us, we're just getting ready, but we turned on the live stream to get you guys talking and
give you more of what you want.
Give you more of what you want. Give you a little bonus footage. So if you're just joining us, if you're watching this back, stay tuned or fast forward if you must. And we're about to get into it. All right, check 1, 2.
How's my voice? How's my voice?
That sounds better.
Sounds great.
Had to blow out the pipes.
Some big ass loogie right there.
I know.
You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, companion podcast to PJ4F.com, the only Raiders fan site made by Raiders fans for Raiders fans. Ya bish.
Oh shit! This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good one, people. Am I too high? How I look on that?
Never too high.
I was talking about my seat position.
All right. You guys ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like you gotta get one word. I want to do that too.
One for the road.
You gotta get one more.
One for the road.
Check 1, 2. All right, I got the gate on.
Check 1, check 2.
I don't know how many of you guys know what a
Testing. I know what a gate is.
Check.
Che's too high. Che doesn't get high, bro.
Shit doesn't get high, bro.
No.
No.
Is that good flavored
Well,
juice?
This ain't cannabis, y'all.
yo.
That wouldn't be kosher in front of the kids.
Right.
Not that this is either, but I'm just saying.
Not that this is. Yeah.
All right. So, by the way, YouTube, and encourage you guys to join the chat section. You guys are a little bit behind where we're at. So there's a little bit of a delay. So if we're slow getting back to you, just bear with us. Hang in there. Try to respond to you guys. We will have the ICU segment later on. So if you want to fire questions at us, just wait for that. But continue to comment, do your thing, and we'll pick on you here and there. And we're about to kick this thing off. So you know how we do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a sound check from everybody? Sound check.
Check 1, check 2, check.
Check 1, check 2, check. Check 2, check.
Can I get a check from you, 666?
Testing 1 2. Loud check. Loud voice. Is that what you're looking for? A pop.
Yeah, can I get another check from you, Toby?
Yep.
All right, yeah, you're good. Okay, sorry about that. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Right after I get a drink of water. All right. Sorry, got a little bit ahead of myself there. You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, companion podcast to PillagingJustForFun.com. That's PJ4F.com, the only Raider fan site made by Raider fans for Raider fans. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. This episode brought to you by Creative Media Design Studio. Check them out at CreativeMediaMonterey.com. Yo, it's time to pillage another podcast.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Kenny Stapler. And joined as always by
Your boy Che.
what's happening, Che?
What's good, brother?
And special shout out. We got a sit-in visitor tonight
Yeah.
by the name of Silver and Black 666. Say what's up.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up? What's going on out there? Pillagers, everybody out there in Raider Nation.
How you feeling? How you feeling, people?
How you feeling right now, Che?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit better now.
A little bit better. Now
Little
that
bit
we've
better.
talked about it,
Yeah, we've had some time to take it all in.
and then the aftershock,
The aftershock, yeah.
the ripple effects.
The ripples, all that stuff.
I feel like we're getting into it. Should we just get into it?
Let's get into it.
All right, let's get it. It's the NFL Draft, 2018 NFL Draft. The Raiders just traded down to number 15 with Arizona to grab Colton Miller, offensive tackle out of UCLA, correct?
At a UCLA, yeah.
So Colton started his last 2 years at right tackle and left tackle. He's played both positions, started at both positions. Mm-hmm. And when that trade went down, we weren't really feeling the funk, were we?
We weren't. We were definitely at a loss for words. I would say best describes us in that moment. At a loss for words.
But then we found out
Yeah.
they got a 3rd and 5th rounder out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they dealt that 3rd rounder to Pittsburgh Steelers for wide receiver Martavis Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ungoddamn believable.
A lot of mixed feelings about this right now. I'm on Twitter. I'm on the YouTube chat. I'm on our chat. I should probably get off all these chats. But I'm seeing a lot of love. I'm seeing a lot of hate. So we're going to talk about this in further detail.
Yeah.
In the second half of the show, we're going to bring on Raider Kane for an extended segment. There is no featured guest this week, so it's really the crew sitting in studio here, and we're just breaking down this first round for you.
Got our featured guest right here, bro.
Well, he said he didn't want to be a guest. He just wanted to be a part of the crew.
Well, he is part of the crew, but he's also featured.
He's absolutely a guest. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So sitting back here, Silver and Black 666, in the middle of the quick hit segment, I should have expounded upon this in the intro, but I wanted to point out that in a lot of ways, 666 is the executive producer for a lot of what we do, both the blog and the podcast. He's contributed a lot, and I've told the story before, so I'll talk about it a little bit after this. Let's get back to the quick hits.
Yes.
But I would have been remiss if I
Make 'em
didn't say
quick.
something. Quick
hits.
real fast. And then the Raiders earlier this week. I'm too many chats right now. Can you tell I'm distracted?
Yeah.
Okay. So earlier this week, the Raiders picked up the 5th-year option on Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Not a big surprise.
Nope.
And then the Raiders signed quarterback Darryl Worley.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
All right.
What are
Let's
your-
talk about him.
So how do you feel about it? Worley got caught up in a little bit of funk last year.
Yeah, a little bit of funk. I think he was found drunk in his car, maybe asleep, passed out in his car.
Asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
I know one of your favorite bands. all time. 666 actually did studio vocals on their very last album. Played a little bit of conga.
Oh, there you go.
I snored.
So John Gruden and Reggie McKenzie, they go out there, they snag themselves another corner.
Yep.
Another guy that's, I want to say bottom of the pile, but a guy that wasn't really getting sniffed or anything like that. Possibly not a boom or a bust, but a productive, or we didn't really lose that much money. I saw today he was signed for like $650,000. So that's a prove it or lose it deal. It's camp competition.
Yep.
At this moment.
Well, I mean, I've heard some positive things about him as far as his play goes. There's people that are really high on his play. Of course, with the recent incident, that kind of leaves a lot of questions. Is this guy going to do some time? Mm-hmm. What's going on with him? But we trust the Raiders to do their due diligence, right?
Yeah.
And make sure that that they're taking on not troublesome players.
Right.
Right? Unlike our neighbors.
Well, it's different. Yeah, it's different when you're young and you've had one mistake, right?
Yeah, and I think the other positive here is this is a former teammate of Carl Joseph.
Yeah,
they played together
out of West Virginia.
And we also have another West Virginia alum, Bruce Irvin.
That's right. That's
so
true.
You got a veteran and you got a teammate, a guy that knows him. Hopefully, those are enough influences to get this guy back on the right track and make him productive.
A little bit of family there. They said they did their due diligence, and those guys vouched for him. Well, at least Joseph, who knows him well, and Irvin reached out and talked to him as an alum, right, as you were saying. Mm-hmm. And they're certain, or closer to certain, more optimistic than anything, that this was a slip up for Worley, and they're giving the guy a second chance. I mean, Gruden said it himself in the press conference. It was actually a really interesting press conference. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch that, I don't know why you haven't, but you should. Right after the end of this show, of course. We don't want you leaving us.
Yeah, don't leave right now.
Yeah, don't leave right now.
That'd just be silly right now.
In fact, I told you we have a guest. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. John Gruden in the second hour. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Anyways, yeah. So Daryl Worley, again, another camp body there. Some more competition. Hopefully, he sees the field. Maybe people feel a little bit better about the nickel position, or maybe that's just because of Conley, who's actually out there running. Seems to be actually progressing now.
But the word is that he's still not at 100%.
Still not at 100%.
So why not have a little bit of extra men there?
Yeah.
To just in case.
Right. So yeah. Already alluded to it. The first mini camp already happened this week.
Yep.
They had video screens out at a practice.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's a telling of our day and age, right?
Yeah.
Technology is big.
So John Gruden goes on and he says, "I'm going to take things back to 1998." The media jumps on it immediately. So, oh my God, everyone starts freaking out, read too much into it. And yet we got flat screen projection at practice.
Yeah. I hope they did their due diligence in making sure that they're weather protected. I think sprinklers, hit them with the sprinklers. That shit's all jacked up.
Well, what I saw is they had taken the tarps down from the A's games and the Raiders. Shit. Well, the Raiders games, and they got the tarp over the screens.
Just cover it.
Yeah. At night the grounds crew goes out.
Grounds crew out there putting tarps over the TVs.
So they asked players about it. They asked Gruden about it, and he said things are a little bit hectic right now because they're running two huddles at the same time. But he feels like once it gets into more streamlined type practice situation, that's really going to be helpful. You can come back to the sideline and rewatch. He said it used to take us an hour, so we're saving time. Yeah. The schedule that they have is such a crunch that they got to be more efficient.
It's true.
So what I see it as is a surefire sign that Gruden hasn't lost touch with the game, and he is really going to cherry pick some of the best ideas he's seen out there. Mm-hmm. And in fact, at the very end of that press conference, he said that he picked it up from Harbaugh in Michigan.
Yeah.
And he did the mic drop. Thank you, Harbaugh.
He's out. Thank you, Harbaugh. Bye.
Yeah. And he was out. He was out.
So in areas where the union may have contracted the amount of time that a coach can spend with the player, Gruden's getting creative to find ways to spend more time with players.
Yeah. There you go.
And get things done in a more efficient manner. I think you're right. It's a positive sign.
And it's just a window into how his mind works, right? He's always crunching every possible angle to find out what's the most efficient way to do things. That's a shower thought right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, I'll tell you what, man, that Harbaugh, he's pretty sharp.
He's got a good idea there.
He's a smart guy.
Coach Gruden, you made it.
I told you. So the other thing that we saw was Gruden's intensity. Jordy Nelson and Derek Carr were both interviewed, and they said, what's amazing about him is his energy and the fact that he's able to sustain it. I got a feeling that this guy's not going to taper off.
Oh, hell no.
So
no.
even at what? How old is he now? 58?
I think that sounds about right to me.
Is he really that old?
That's about right to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I haven't been checking his age.
Yeah.
Man. I'm just making sure as long as he can walk and
I
he
don't
can
know.
yell.
I forget.
I'm good one.
I forget right now. And his voice sounded pretty good in the press conference, a little bit hoarse.
Yeah.
And
That's a good sign.
that is a good sign.
Because he's getting on motherfuckers.
So we're checking off another box. People said, is Gruden going to be as intense? I said it myself. Or is he going to be a mellowed out, Disney ESPN version of John Gruden? He's not that.
He did say that his language has changed. That he's matured language wise.
Okay.
So his choice of words maybe has matured, improved a little bit. But the energy, no.
Yeah,
No, he's still bringing it.
I'm fine with that. You know?
Hell yeah.
As long as the intensity is in your voice. Because I could be saying the same things, but like with a different intonation.
There you go.
It's gonna be, it's gonna hit you differently.
There you go.
Like I can come at you like this, or if I'm like,
Yo, you better be listening to the Pillaging Podcast.
you might want to listen to the Pillaging Podcast.
There you go.
I'm scared.
That's it. Yeah.
But if I walk on the field, I'm like,
Come on, guys. It's time to get together. It's time for practice. I want everybody doing their absolute best, okay?
you might not be as motivated.
No, I wouldn't be motivated by that at all, man.
So I mean, I'm just trying to prove a point.
Yes.
As long as the intensity's there.
Points taken, man.
Okay.
I get it.
So, like I said, Jordy and Carr were both interviewed. They've obviously been working together. Sounds like there's some timing issues there, but neither one of them seem nervous about it. It's typical, right?
That's why we have practice, bro.
Yeah.
That's why we have practice. Got to get familiar with each other.
And you got to figure, the Carr's got a good work ethic. Jordy has to have a good work ethic. He's used to very efficient, hard practices. You don't get to be a guy like Aaron Rodgers without being a perfectionist.
Yep.
So I would imagine that they're going to learn from each other. Carr does things differently. So, therefore, Jordy's going to learn some things. Even at his age, he's going to learn some things. And at the same time, he's going to be bestowing stuff on Carr, both how he likes the ball and, hey, this is kind of how we did it back in Green Bay. Let's try this out. Right. And Carr's going to learn from that. This he's like a sponge, you know what I mean?
There you go.
So he just soaks everything up. I'm a man of a million voices tonight.
You
I
are,
like
bro.
it.
You are. I like it.
So Carr did speak on Mac, actually. Spoke on Khalil Mack.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
So what did he say? What did he say about Mac? He's been texting. He's been calling.
He put it like this, okay? And this is, I think, the only way he should put it, right? He's letting them know that he's there, that they're still on his side, they're still with him, even if he's not on the field. They're still, he's still part of the family, still part of the team, and they want him back. They want to see him back soon, but obviously he's not going to step on any man's foot as far as his money goes. That's the key point, right?
What was Khalil Mack's response to that?
I didn't see that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
All right. I was hoping you were coming with a response there. Just trying to tee you up.
I'll come up with it.
Just picture at this point in the offseason without his contract, Khalil Mack, he's stewing a bit.
Right.
He's got this intimidating voice, maybe on the phone with Carr.
He's like, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, Carl. I'll get back as soon as these motherfuckers figure out my contract.
Something like that. Something like that. A little bit of intensity.
There you go.
Again, once
There
again,
you go.
intensity. And lastly, the vets in camp practice making a big impact. So beyond Jordy Nelson, other vets in there. I mean, a guy like Reggie Nelson was alluded to. Where I got the illusion was Carr was talking about the efficiency in practice right now. He's like, it did not feel like a day one, right?
Yeah.
That was the exact quote.
Yeah.
And he said there's vets here that are helping get the system in place, people that are familiar with the system. There's nobody there that's familiar with John Gruden's system. The only people that are there that are familiar with any system are guys that played under Paul Gunther. Right. So we're talking about the Bengals, the vets that we brought in on defense. Those are the guys we're talking about. And if that means that the defense is this far along, well, I won't say this far along like they're close to finish, but if they're getting off on a good foot, that's a great sign, because even going back the last 3 years and watching games again, I still can't figure out what the hell we were doing on defense. And I wasn't even on the field.
Yeah.
And so another allusion to that was John Gruden talking about he feels good with the Gunther scheme and having those guys in place to pick it up. So he kind of reaffirmed, you know, what Card said. And then he went on to say that he feels like under Gunther's scheme, it's going to be better than having a dial of defense. That was his quote.
It's pretty much what we had, right?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Let's see if this works. Let's try this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Irvin, like,
This shit again.
so. Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much this week in Raiders, I'd say.
Yeah, that's about it.
So let's talk about you a little bit, 666, before we go to break. Way back, I think it was in October-ish of 2016. I came to your house, sat at your kitchen table, and what did we talk about?
Well, we wanted to save the blog.
Yeah.
We felt like it was gone. And I think a lot of people have come together because of the blog over the years. And so there was a sense of camaraderie. And I felt like we were going to save it. And I felt like you were the right man to captain the ship.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Right, Shay?
Yeah. I have to agree with you on that one, man.
I came into the blog kind of late, like halfway. I'd say halfway through its history, not so much late, but after the fact. A lot of you guys were there holding it down, and this was a website. It was not an independent website. It was barely a news site, written, you know, writers Corcoran, McDonald, and so forth on there. And we had that community.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. You know, bought out by Mercury News. We kind of saw the writing on the wall, and we were right. Turns out we were right.
Yeah.
And they were wrong.
Yeah. And this is just so much fun for me. I mean, that to me is just all about just having a good time. It
Absolutely.
really is.
Absolutely. In the community out there. And yeah, we'll be out in D lot and A lot this year. So come find us and find out what we're really about. This is more than just a podcast. This is just one facet of a community we have. If you're a fan of the podcast, we appreciate you. We welcome you into that community. You are an extended member of that community. But this is only one side of it.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely. Got a great group of people that have all come together. Let's hope that the team comes together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Camp is still in Napa. We probably have some eyes up there. We usually have a couple folks that go.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be a good place maybe to meet some folks as well from the blog. We should all get together for a day up in Napa.
Yeah, take a little trip up to Napa.
It'd be nice.
Slug back some Cabernets,
There you go.
some Charles Woodson wine.
There you go. Charles Woodson wine, bro.
Yeah.
You got to get some of that.
Yeah.
We got to get a bottle on here.
That's where we need to be at.
That's it, man.
Is that winery right there.
That's
So.
Dutch territory.
Yeah, our boy Dutch lives up there. Yeah. I was actually just up in Sonoma a couple weeks ago doing the wine thing and with the lady and was supposed to meet up with Dutch, but it just didn't happen. So that would be a nice reason to get back there. Absolutely. Dutch training camp.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I know you guys are as well.
I am too. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get into camp this year, but I'm down to go up there and for a little retreat and meet up with some brothers and talk Raiders. And you know, and for those of us that we know that are going, we'll just sit at the bar and keep it warm for y'all and pick your brain when you get back. That sounds like a plan to me.
That's it.
You know what else sounds like a plan is listening to your phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
Getting back on the air.
Because we got a lot of them.
We got a lot.
How fun.
Absolutely. So we're gonna listen to those calls. We're gonna come back. We're gonna give you our reactions and Raider King.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Oh, can I get some water? Just go downstairs.
That's it.
You know what else sounds like a plan is listen.
Oh, can I get some water?
Absolutely. So we're gonna listen to those calls. We're gonna come back. We're gonna give you our reactions and Raider King.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Fun.
All right. Oh, YouTube, you're still there. Holy crap. That was a whirlwind of a first round. You guys are still with us, huh?
So if I walk out, it's not going to be weird. No.
No.
Okay,
No. We got
I'm just going to go get a.
Casey wanted you to croon "Come Together."
right now. Oh my.
How's the video this week, guys? Looks a little clearer from here.
It's okay if I just squinch on out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and help yourself, man. Mi casa es su casa.
Just roll that.
Go.
Good twist. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. I trust you around gear. Yeah. So, who else is out there? Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, the Echo. Last week we had an Echo. Is
the Echo back? Ask about that.
Echo back? Ice Cold Honky wants to know if 666 brought his own tube socks. I believe so. I believe he's borrowing one of them. It's the one you busted a load into, Ice Cold Honky.
When you shot your wad earlier, bro.
Shot your wad on Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
Right into that tube sock.
You gotta come with something new if you're gonna come on here, man.
Toby's got the clean one.
Come on now. You gotta come with something new on the chat. Can't be bringing up old shit. That's like what? That's like 4 hours ago, bro.
Oh, Casey Gaynor, that's my boy EP right there. I just realized who that was because you look like a chubby dyke right now in your little avatar. You have to understand that my screen is the resolution's really small. So I mean that with no disrespect. I mean that just in terms of comedy. And no disrespect to the chubby dykes out there. In my opinion, you guys are some of the coolest people I've ever met. Real fun, really fun. You guys hold your liquor well, and you listen to the Dropkick Murphys. That's cool. Yeah, you wear combat boots and cut off shorts, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Me Too is gonna hunt me down right now.
Yeah, dude, you just set us up for. That's too fucking funny.
Ryan Shazier walked to the podium. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Ryan Shazier?
Yep.
He walks to the podium for what?
For the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
It's a big deal, bro. He walked to the podium. He's like,
oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry, man. I'm just like, our pick already went through, bro.
And then
like,
Phil Villipiano walked up to him and says, I want my fucking Super Bowl ring back. Too soon? Nicest compliment he's gotten all day. Well, Casey, that must have been a real shitty day. Either that or you're a big fan also of flannel cutoff sleeves, combat boots, and the Dropkick Murphys. Sony gone. That's probably who we're trying to trade for. So Sony Mitchell, if that's what you're talking about, I heard a report this morning that his knee is bone on bone right now.
No bueno.
So, yeah, Hunky's excited about it. He says we won't see the Super Bowl for a minute. Hunky, we're not going to be seeing the Super Bowl for a minute anyways. Everybody needs to cool their jets on that. But I did hear that his knee is bone on bone this morning. So if that's true, which may or may not be, I don't know. You can't fix that.
Where'd that report come out of?
I don't know. It was on Bleacher Report. I was driving to work, so I couldn't pop it open.
Oh, shit.
By the way, started the new job. It's crazy. It's crazy. We should probably listen to these callers.
Let's listen to them, man.
Yeah. Should we wait for Toby to get back? Let's wait.
Let's wait. Let's give him a chance to listen into.
You can be both. It can be both. Fake news. Honky says that's fake news. Well, if you're saying it's fake news, Honky, I believe you. Casey says, here's my call into the podcast. Fuck. Did you really do that? Because if you did, I wouldn't be mad. We got like 10 calls. I hope everybody got their whole call. And some people, like, their call gets cut off, and then they get mad at me about it.
Yeah, like we did it.
Yeah, like
we're like, that's too long. Let's cut that shit.
Like when I'm not podcasting, I run Google.
Are we still on?
Yeah, well, we're live on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
We stay live on YouTube.
We're not recording though.
Yeah, so like when I'm not podcasting, apparently I run Google. I'm not that important, y'all.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Kenny, get that shit together.
God damn it anyways.
I had to buy another website Did you see my website, Jay?
I haven't checked it out yet. We should buy the pillagingpodcast.com though and link it straight back to the same. We might want to do that
Okay.
too. But let me know. I'll flick you some money.
I don't care. Throw me the link. Oh, I just spent a bunch of money, but give me a couple weeks.
Yeah, don't worry about it. There's no rush on that.
I
Unless somebody go. Well, I just said that on the air, and someone's gonna go buy that shit now.
I bought it.
You gotta go run up the price on me.
I bought that shit.
motherfuckers.
The report came from New England. Oh wow, really? Wow, that's dirty tactics.
What?
The Sony Mitchell report. So this morning I had read that he had bone on bone in his knee. His cartilage was wearing out. And somebody just said that New England put that report out. Dan, is that true? Or are you just messing with me?
Or did they take him?
Yeah.
They took him.
Yeah. Yep.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yep.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Josh Rosen is pissed.
Let him be pissed.
So funny.
Stay pissed. All right. Anything interesting on the draft tracker, bro? You're the draft tracker.
Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. I had this motherfucker on the charger.
All right. You look it over. I'm going to run this call.
Penny's gone too, huh? Seattle took him.
That's awesome.
Hey, yo. I didn't even realize this, but Carolina took a wide receiver ahead of Ridley, bro. Carolina took DJ Moore ahead of Calvin Ridley.
Ridley went to the Falcons.
to the Falcons, bro.
That's a
Oh,
scary
stupid.
combination. Yeah.
And Baltimore took Hayden Hurst, tight end, out of South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. That kid's pretty good.
Terrell, Tremaine's brother, went to Pittsburgh. Terrell Edmonds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Taven Bryan, Kane's boy, went to the Jags. Mike Hughes went to Minnesota. New England took Michelle.
Sorry.
Oh, you're not going to be happy.
Not at all.
I like that.
I like that too. Yeah.
Hey, Baltimore traded back into the first.
Did they?
They took Phillies 32 and they took Lamar Jackson.
Nice.
Wow.
5 in the first.
Big move. that was past tense. Who was that?
He said in Reggie, I trusted.
Yeah, trusted.
Enjoy the rest of the draft.
I'm done. Like Austin Powers, where he's taking photos, then he throws his camera. He's done.
And I'm spent.
And I'm spent. Right? Yeah, that's it. He gives a little phrase. Yeah.
Give us a
And he's done.
and I'm spent. No shit.
Right. Shay said that. Oh my god. That's fucking funny.
It's my good friend.
Who?
It's my good friend.
Shit. He has a point, man.
What?
Interesting. So those of you guys that are new to the live stream, this is like a behind the scenes. This is the Raw Uncut podcast. So you'll get the full produced version tomorrow, available wherever podcasts are found. I just wanted to chime in and tell you guys that in case you're just joining us. So things seem a little loose. They are.
Don't forget about the Pillaging app.
Oh, yes.
You can also get it there.
Yeah.
All your pillaging needs on the Pillaging app.
They are giving us a C+ for that pick.
A C+.
Yep.
Just nice and average, right in the middle.
They went after need, bro. They didn't go after best player on the board. They went after need.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock it, especially if the guy can play left tackle. Especially, man. I mean, you get some pretty good help standing next to you at KO. So I'm.
You got plenty of veterans, right,
Yeah.
to help you get schooled up. You got Cable, who obviously
Yeah.
Cable feels like he could do something with him.
Right. I heard
He's a
Cable's
big motherfucker too.
hand
He's
was
like
that
6'8",
big.
6'9",
Guys, that's
300
so
and something
big.
pounds. Yeah, so obviously they see potential in him, man.
Who did you say his name was?
I didn't catch that.
Shit. First time
But
caller.
sorry, bro. Your feelings are probably even more hurt
Said he's
because
from
Penny
Illinois.
went to the Seahawks that you were talking about.
Didn't he say he's from Chicago, Illinois?
It sounded like that. He said his buddy was all happy because the Bears took Roquan.
Roquan.
Yeah.
Big Ted. I met him at a couple games. I like Ted. I met him at a couple podcasts. So you gonna come out and eat some Hawaiian Raiders food?
Oh, I have. I have.
Right?
Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there. It was.
That's how I get my wife to the game. I'm like, he's gonna be cooking. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll go.
It was amazing. I had Hawaiian Raiders food. I had a bunch of people's food that day. Kane came through with some.
Perry from Dirt Lot. Have you been to Dirt Lots?
Yeah, we went to. Did we go
Right.
to Dirt? Did we go to Dirt Lot that day? That same day, right?
Yeah, we went over that day, and then we were over there for the Thursday night game.
That's right. That's right.
The day that I picked Nola up from the airport and brought him, when we went to Dirt Lots tailgate barbecue, Lincoln Kennedy was there smoking his cigar. He has his own brand of cigars.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Man, yeah.
I didn't know that.
That was cool seeing him. He's a big guy.
Hell yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah. We got pictures. We took pictures of him.
That's cool.
That's cool
cool.
from NOLA, right? Like he flies in from New Orleans, lands at like 8 in the morning, and I pick him up, take him to the tailgate. He's hanging out with Lincoln Kennedy. I mean, right?
Hey, it's the way to do it right there.
Right, and eating some of that food, the way that these guys do these tailgates, man.
Nah, that's delicious.
Yeah, there's some guys in here that really throw down.
I got zero complaints, man. Yeah, but Kane came through with that good old. He came through. What did he make that day? He made a
gumbo.
Gumbo. That's what it was.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
that was good. I got like a little bit of the end, but it was still good. It was still delicious, man. Yeah, we had lumpias out there. There was all
that's
kinds
right,
of stuff
there was
going on.
lumpia
Yeah,
out there.
there was all kinds of stuff, man. We were out there for the Chiefs game at that tailgate. Perry set us up at. That was all
Yeah.
fried chicken,
Man, he
collard
can cook,
greens,
yeah.
black-eyed peas, cornbread. Oh man, it was amazing.
All right, you guys, we'll respond to the callers, and then we're going to move on to Kane's Corner, okay?
Okay, can I hold the guitar?
No.
Okay.
Let me use the restroom real quick.
Not like I was going to anyways. I was just asking. Dude, that's a black light, huh?
Yeah, black light above us right there.
That's sick as fuck.
Everyone, my lady's watching, so give her a friendly, warm welcome. I don't think she's chatting, but give her a warm welcome. She's giving me direction on the camera right now.
Can I give her a golf clap?
Yeah,
That way I'm not like intruding or making too much noise.
golf clap.
Golf clap. Oh, wow, there's a little delay on there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Seth Roberts. That was funny. Is there anyone listening to us?
On the live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's about 20 people on there.
Well, I'll tell those 20 people out there that other people, aren't going to get to hear, but man, this is a really cool room we're recording in. It's got great energy for recording. Like I would come record an album here.
Would you?
This is great. Yeah. This is a great room. I love it. I love the way it feels. I love all the Elvis memorabilia. I like the old school kind of guitars, like old school tube amps, right?
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of music's been made in this room, brother.
Yeah, I can tell, and I love it.
A lot of music.
Let our listeners know.
Someone had requested that we play the music that we play during the show, during the live stream. We can do that, but it's just a level of coordination we don't have at the moment. So bear with us.
We'll get it though. Trust in Kenny. I know I do.
Yeah, trust in somebody.
It's just
Y'all used to
anybody.
trust Reggie, but apparently that's no longer.
That was past tense. He's all trusted.
Trusted.
I trusted in Kenny. I trusted in Reggie.
And also, once again, if you hear some background noise, it's because it's hot. And we got the windows
in
open.
here, man.
We're going windows open this summer. I don't care what happens.
Plus, it was a little foggy in here, so we got to get that
Going
aired out
for
too.
it. Yeah,
Gets a little foggy in here.
It's foggy. It's hot.
All right, guys, it's already 9 o'clock, so we should probably roll on to the second segment.
Let's do it.
All right. Get over to my outline. All right. And we're back. So we heard from some of your guys' calls. We're going to comment on that. JFB with probably the call of the night, tied with Gent.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed both those calls.
Yeah.
JFB calling out the safe betting Reggie. He's the guy that goes to Vegas, lives vicariously through his friends, maybe pulls on the slot 1 or 2 times, but he doesn't want to drop too much money. Him and the wife got to go shopping this weekend. Bed Bath & Beyond. They don't know if they have time.
And they got an outlet center out there in Vegas, bro.
And he's right. Every once in a while, you just gotta let it out, Frank the Tank, and go gamble big.
JFB has a point, but he played it safe this year. He's gotten some slam dunk guys. Nothing real risky though, but there was a trade back. You flip the 3rd rounder for Martavis Bryant. That's a little pizzazz, I guess. It depends on how you feel about Bryant. And there's mixed feelings out there. And we'll talk to Kane about his feelings on Martavis Bryant because we kind of already know. But I think we need to let the people know, and he wants to let the people know.
If you're following him on Twitter, you know already too.
Yeah, exactly. Podunk, man, I heard your call. You must be really disappointed right now. You called in a little early, and you listed pretty much all defense. Hey, man, you're not the only one. Those of you that were listening to all the calls during the live stream, you already heard it. Those of you listening along at home, you already heard it. And the disappointment seems to be a theme. Mojo, I think that was Mojo. I didn't hear him drop his name, but also sounded a bit disappointed. But he's going to roll with it. It's the Raiders. I was texting with him earlier. And he's kind of like fingers crossed mode right now. Wasn't a big fan, but hopefully it all works out. Don from Queens, New York represented well on this podcast.
Yeah.
Big shout out to New York.
Yeah, big shout out, man. Big shout out. We're picking up more and more of them.
Yeah,
more and more followers from the East Coast. It's good.
I like
that.
Good.
We had Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, Chicago, Illinois
too. Yeah, Chicago. Shout out Chicago.
But down with the one positive call, man. I think that's really the tone it's got to be. It's Raider Nation. You got to pick this guy up now. Colton Miller's a member of the nation now, and we got to roll with it.
Yeah.
You got to support this guy. You just got drafted to a team. You're logging on to Twitter, and everyone's just boo-booing you. I don't know what that feels like, man. I don't want to know what that feels like.
Right.
And I'm not saying you should just be soft on him so you don't hurt his feelings. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just pointing out that's got to suck for him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
definitely, man.
So I'm kind of with Don on this. I was disappointed too. It's not a sexy pick. We'll talk more about it later. But Don, thanks for trying to pick up the nation. London Al called in, stayed up to almost 3:00 in the morning for this draft.
You're a champ, man.
So he's mega disappointed. He's a real one. And we just wanted to point out, he said in Reggie he trusted.
Yeah.
That was past tense.
Yeah, past tense.
So, yeah, more disappointment. Gent, by the way, you're absolutely welcome, man. We had a long conversation on the phone the other day, and trust me, the pleasure was all mine. The Phil interview didn't really even hit me until a couple hours later, and I was like, damn, that just happened?
Yeah.
Damn, he just said that?
Yeah.
Because he said some stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I was blown away by that. If you're new to the show and you haven't gone back and listened to Phil's interview last week, please do so. Not for us. Do it for him. Yeah. You're going to agree with some of the stuff he says. You're going to be blown away by some of the stuff he says. You might even disagree with some of the thing he says, but you're going to listen to everything he says. You're going to hinge on every word. He's called the voice of the Raiders for nothing. Yeah. He's also called Foo.
Yeah. That's right. Foo.
But yeah, Jen, again, I know you had your guys in the first round you wanted. You knew how much I liked James. He was sitting right there. And, so I feel you. I'm sure me and you were going to talk about this more offline. So, new caller, didn't catch your name. But wow, that was an emotional phone call.
Yeah.
I mean,
we got some emotional phone calls this week, man.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Right. He was really in his feelings though.
Yeah.
I want you to call back. Bring that emotion to every show. Not that particular emotion, but emotion. With a capital E.
That level of emotion.
There you go.
We liked it right there. Big Ted, man, always like seeing you out at the games. You got a fantastic beard, of all things. Big Ted's beard games at some point.
Yeah.
At some point. Thanks for calling in. Didn't hear much optimism in your voice either.
No. But he's a happy guy if you meet him in person.
Yeah, he's a real happy guy in person. I got to say that. The nation right now mourning just a little bit. A little bit. Shout out to everybody out there in YouTube land playing along with us. Again, you can watch this stream live right now every Thursday night at 8 p.m. We may be moving the show to a different day and time.
Stay tuned.
Okay. But
that has to do with Kenny's new job.
I got a new job, bro.
Yeah.
I started a new job this week. I was boots on the ground on Tuesday. Nice. My first minute on a job, I walk into a pro studio. I was like, I didn't know we did this.
Yeah. That was right up your alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one facet of my job.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I won't be doing the recording and whatnot, but it's a program we have, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I won't talk too much about it. It's a city job, so we'll leave work at work.
That's it. That's it.
We'll do that. So we're gonna take a short break right now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna come back for Kane's Corner. And we're having an extended Kane's Corner because we got a lot to talk about. We saved pretty much all the talk. This has all been relatively small talk.
Oh yeah.
Up until
this
now.
is real small talk.
Oh yeah.
We're about to get into it, folks.
It's gonna get a little fiery up in here.
Any of you guys have anything to say about the callers before you get out of here?
No, man. Hey, keep them coming, man. We appreciate all the calls. Yeah, we had some depressed sounding calls this week, but we appreciate all the calls, man. So keep them coming.
Yeah.
We love it.
We love it. We love it. We love it. It's been a lot of calls the last few weeks, and we want to keep it that way. Every week, we're hearing a couple new voices, and we love that too. So if you were new a couple weeks ago, don't let that be your only phone call. Call back. We want to hear from you. So short break. We'll see you guys on the other side. We out ya.
Peace.
Oh, good. I was recording. Sometimes I don't record. Sometimes I forget to record. Hit the record button. Those of you watching along right now, there's been entire segments we've re-recorded. There's been entire guest interviews that we've re-recorded.
Welcome to life.
Yeah.
The Ghost in the Machine. The Police did a whole album about it, right?
Yeah.
But you're getting pretty smooth about if you do catch it early. You're pretty smooth about. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
I have caught myself a couple times. Yeah. And this hasn't happened much, but it's happened.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we're all human.
I'll see what's going on in the chat right now. Sign Bowman, Lamb fans. Is there Lamb fans in there? We got Niner fans in there?
Get the hell out.
No, I don't think so. Shout out to 3 Ring Raiders. Welcome to the show, 3 Ring Raiders. I don't know if I know you, but it looks like a new name. You could be somebody I know under a different name.
Right.
I don't know.
You can't play the player.
See, no acoustic versions on tonight's show, but I'm sure Sixes can probably bust something out for us.
Yeah, I've been asking to touch the guitar.
You can play? Well, you pick up the axe, bro.
I don't really... One. Do you have an acoustic?
Yeah.
Is it in tune? All right. Maybe at some point, if we got some space to fill, we'll bust that out then.
Kenny's dad keeps the guitars on lock over here. He's got a guitar game for the ages.
Oh man, it's good looking guitars too. I already asked if I could touch them. I haven't played in a long time. Next time I come back, I'll bring my guitars and I'll have it tuned and I'll play a song. Yeah, that's all right.
I have this other one here.
That's a whole lot of guitar.
Serious. He's serious about his guitars.
Serious about those guitars. Yeah, that's nice. That's pretty. All right, so are we going to call Kane?
We're going to call him right now.
Oh, this is fun. He is... Oh, boy.
I got no notes. We're just going to roll with this.
I'll just let the grumpy
There's
man go.
no notes needed, man. It's about to be fire right now.
It's about... Yeah, exactly. Woo, watch out.
Hello.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. We got Silver and Black 666 in the house tonight.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, Kane?
Can you hear him?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you. He can hear you. We're all in headphones right now.
What's good, Kane? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Che? What's up with you, baby?
Hey, man, you know what it is. We're over here. We're taking it all in, just like I'm sure you are.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm kind of humdrum, my brother. I'm the whole draft got me fucked up right now. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't even know what to say about it.
I'm not even gonna prep you. I'm just gonna push record here in like 3 seconds. I have no notes. We're just gonna wing it. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, I ain't tripping you up. I pretty much figured that's what I was gonna do after my whole mock was screwed anyway. So yeah.
I've been teasing this segment the whole show, letting the fans know that you're fired up and you got a lot to say about this. So this is definitely the feature moment of this episode, I would say. So
Hey,
Okay.
hey, it's good to hear. It's good to hear you. I'm glad we got to do this together. I was choking the last time when you asked me to say
oh
hi.
yeah, okay, that's what was going on over there. I see you.
Oh man, I just wanted to shout out to you. All right, brother Kane.
Oh yeah. It's good to hear. It's good to talk to you, Toby, man. And chime in while we online, man. Or while we online, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, I am not coordinated enough to do this and blog.
Is that what you're doing over there? Are you blogging on the phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I'm not.
All right.
Oh man.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and push record, and I'll bring you in, and we'll get it cracking.
All right.
All right, joining us right now is Raider Kane, sponsored by NFLShop.com. Make sure you go over to PJ4F.com and click on the banner. Everything you purchase through that banner, we get a little piece of the pie. It puts rum on the pirate ship. Need I say more? That's what it's all about. So without further ado, welcome to the show, Raider Kane. How you living this evening, my brother?
Man, I'm living in a state of I don't know what to think right now. That's how I'm living. Colton Miller was somebody that I did not expect that we would draft in a million years. But then again, after you think about it and you go back and look at John Gruden, and I've been tweeting this out, Matt Stinchcomb. This is what this reminds me of. So
Okay.
I hope this turns out better. I hope this turns out better than Matt. Matt Stinchcomb had the height, had the size, he had the skill. He was good in college. They took him, 23?
Yeah.
I believe.
Something like
so,
that. Yeah.
Something like that. So, hey, here we are back at the Matt Stinchcomb situation. I hope we get a different outcome this time.
Yeah, it was not the sexy pick. When you look at it, I'm seeing right now Vic Tafer tweeted out, Michael Silver tweeted out that the Raiders really wanted to get McGlinchey there at 10, and the Niners stepped up and they picked him. That could have been, a lot of the rumor stuff that had come out this week.
Yeah.
And they were willing to take Colton Miller at 10 if they couldn't get a trade back. They got a trade back. They got the 3rd and the 5th from Pittsburgh. They flipped the 3rd for Martavis Bryant, and they got Colton Miller at 15, which was a bit of a reach, in my opinion. I saw him going late in the first round.
They got the 15th, the 3rd, and the 5th from Arizona.
Oh, from Arizona. I said from Pittsburgh?
Yeah, because they
Oh,
traded.
yeah. And then they flipped the 3rd to Pittsburgh. My bad. I'm just talking too fast. So, how do you feel about that, Keen? There was a few players there on the board. The guy you really like, Denzel Ward, he goes early. He gets picked up by Cleveland. Is that correct?
I believe
Well
so.
deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah. He goes
Round
early.
of applause to Cleveland for finally making 2 good picks in a draft.
Yeah, I'm not sold on the Baker Mayfield at 1. I thought for sure that was going to be Sam Darnold, but they like that make and mold of quarterback. Apparently, they got Kaiser, they had Manziel over there. They want a guy that can scamper about and make some plays on the run. So that's their guy, Baker Mayfield. We'll see how it pans out. His upside is way up there, but a lot of people are skeptical of that pick too.
I was high on Baker Mayfield. Me personally, I think Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback in the draft. I think he's the most pro-ready quarterback in the draft. Pro-ready.
Well,
now, I'm not saying that the rest of them aren't pro-ready, but I'm saying Baker Mayfield can start tomorrow. If we was to play the Browns tomorrow, Baker Mayfield will be on the field.
Well, if you're right about that, that's exciting because his brand of play is absolutely exciting. But getting back to Colton Miller, he's 6'9", he's 305 pounds. I'm looking at Stinchcomb. He's a little bit bigger at 330, shorter at 6'6". He was drafted actually at 18, so the comparison's actually closer than you thought. You were saying 23rd. It's actually closer to 15, so it is a very similar situation. Of course, drafted in 1999, the John Gruden guy. Where I'm at on this really quick is just that left tackle we had a lot of big needs, but left tackle is possibly the most important need that we had. When you look at how much we're paying Derek Carr, the potential of Derek Carr, and keeping him protected. Right now, you got a Donald Penn who's breaking down, likely on the last.
But is it that important? Not to cut you off, but is it that important, though?
Yes, protecting your franchise quarterback is absolutely important.
But I'm saying not speaking in that manner. I'm saying speaking Donald Penn play has not dictated that you need to emergency draft a left tackle.
Right.
When I say emergency, I mean reach for one.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
I
you know
think,
what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just kind of laying this out right now. So if you just let me lay this out and then we'll get into that. But I can see where Gruden's going. He wants to protect his quarterback. You don't have a lot of depth there. You have David Sharp, who hasn't proved himself yet. We don't know if he can play right tackle. Didn't take any snaps there last season. You got Giacomini, who's also on the tail end of his career, was a turnstile last year with Houston. And then below that, you got Vidal Alexander, who's had plenty of time, in my opinion, and is still mistakes all over the place, both in technique and false start penalties. And so I see him trying to bolster it. You're not going to get a better tackle after the first round. But now to you, Kane, I'm going to let you rip right here, because just because you can't get a great tackle after the first round doesn't mean you draft an above average tackle in the middle of the first round.
Right.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you with that. I feel like it was better players on the board, and this was absolutely, and everybody that screams BPA. And for those that don't know what BPA stands for, it stands for best player available. We did not take, in my opinion, and I'm sure in a whole lot of other people's opinion, we didn't take the best player available on the board at that time. There were players, I mean, and I didn't want to take a linebacker, but Edmonds was on the board. You had James, I believe Derwin James was still on the board, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So you could have went in you could have absolutely solidified your more needed positions than reaching. And I mean, when I say reach, I'm talking about Plastic Man type reach. This was not a draft for you to draft a left tackle in the first round. And I understand it was two. It was maybe two good offensive linemen in the first round, or maybe three. Nelson, McGlinchey, and this guy you guys just took.
Yeah.
If he was even worth first round draft grade. I'm just so hurt. I could go. I'm rambling because it's the point of the matter I'm making is there was way better players on the board than taking this guy. Like I would have been happy with at this point with Derwin James. I would have been happy with Edmonds. I would have been happy with the kid, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, totally. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen here, man. He's not going to start. He's not going to beat Donald Penn out. He's not, and I don't, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to beat out Sharp either. He may beat out Ware and Alexander, but I think Sharp is going to hold down that right tackle spot this year, just for the simple fact that he's going to have a chip on his shoulder because the Raiders went out and drafted. And I'll go back to when we interviewed Lincoln Kennedy earlier during this football season, and we asked him, do you think we should draft a tackle in the first round? And his answer was no. Let's see what we got with who's on the roster. I'd like to get Lincoln Kennedy I would like to get his opinion now as to what he thinks about us drafting this guy over taking a Derwin James or a Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah.
So
I tweeted at Lincoln right after the pick. He didn't get back to me. I thought about texting him, but his phone's probably blowing up right now. But I'm right there with you, Kane. That's the first person's opinion I want to know about is Lincoln Kennedy. How does he feel about this? Absolutely. The best player on my board at that point was Derwin James. That's the guy I wanted. That's the guy I didn't even think was going to get to us. So, to see us trade back and then he fall that far. And then after the fact, the two guys I both wanted, Bradley Chubb and Derwin James, end up with division rivals.
Yeah.
So this pick kind of potentially hurts us on both sides. Now, I'm not going to poo-poo the pick. I think it was a reach. I still think it's a reach. Time will tell. But I'm definitely not excited about it, if that's fair enough to say.
That's very fair.
I'm not going to trash the guy, but I think the point is, and the point everyone's trying to make, is we could have done a lot more right there and sat on that pick. So, still got 11 picks to go. Sorry.
We could have traded back. We could have traded back.
Again.
Taven Bryan was on the board at 15. Like, okay, I already kind of knew. I've been tweeting out for the last couple weeks like, hey, I think we might trade back with Arizona. Okay, we do that. Now you can either go, okay, let's see who's on the board at 15. Let's not target one certain player. Let's see who's on the board at 15.
Right.
Okay, so you saw who's on the board at 15 and you had a mound of players on the board and you reached way into the bottom of that mound. We'll see, man. We'll see. I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't like the pick. I'm not when you had all these other players on the board. Well, and yes, Taven Bryan is still on the board, but you can get him in and I always thought he was a second round player anyway. But if you was gonna reach for somebody, reach for something that you need, not something that you could have waited till next year to get. In my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't know what that draft class looks like, but this was a historically weak class. So just by sheer odds, you got to figure that in 2019 it's going to be a better tackle draft class. You know,
it's true. This is true.
Well, if you wanted to try to put a silver lining on the black cloud, I mean, one way to look at it would be here's Gruden and Reggie McKenzie in lockstep. Reggie McKenzie had the highest paid offensive line in the NFL. Signs Derek Carr a $25 million a year contract. In comes Gruden that says, hey, I want to pound the rock. Let's get some more offensive linemen. And so I guess the one positive to take from this is it looks like Reggie and Gruden are pretty much in lockstep here.
Yeah, it does. And that both of those guys value very large offensive linemen. So
yes,
and he was going to let his position coaches, have input here. I just didn't think that Tom Cable was going to have the biggest input. Now, if Fitzpatrick was available at 10, with Ansley being on the staff, is that the pick? I was shocked to see him go that early. Not that he's not talented. The last couple of weeks I've had a change of heart on Fitzpatrick, but just the fact that I thought he would just fall a little bit further because I thought guys were going to go ahead. I thought Geis was going to go up there.
Well, Fitzpatrick went at 11, so that was after the 10 pick.
That's true.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Che.
No, I was just commenting that Fitzpatrick actually went after the 10 pick, which the Raiders had before they traded.
Now you're just making me angry.
No, yeah. I mean, look, let me say this, and I'm gonna say something, and you guys gonna go, oh shit, you're right. Think back. Now I brought up the stench cone pick with John Gruden. Now let's go back to Tom Cable's history with linemen. Robert Gallery, Kwame Harris. He wanted Kwame Harris from the Niners. We get Kwame Harris. Kwame Harris, I don't even think he ever started. Bruce Campbell in round 4. And then I said Robert Gallery. Look, what's Trent? What's the guy in Seattle that really never panned out? The left tackle was just so under Tom Cable's watch.
The one that was making $9 million a year.
Tom Cable hasn't drafted perfectly perfect linemen either. So for like I said, I'm until I see progress, productivity from this kid. Welcome to Raider Nation, bro. I don't know what you gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what though? I mean, the negativity is out there. Obviously, Raider Nation is appalled with the pick, I guess, to say the least. Maybe this puts a little chip on this dude's shoulder too, man. I mean, maybe that helps him in some way or another. But it's like you said, it's kind of hard to swallow this pill when you see all the guys that were still on the board.
Yeah.
You still had Edmonds. You still had let's go through them. Derwin James, Jair Alexander,
Rashawn Evans.
You had your boy, right? You had Calvin Ridley was even out there. Rashad Penny was out there who went to the Seattle.
Yeah.
Taven Bryan went at 29 to the Jags. Mike Hughes, cornerback.
Right.
He went to Minnesota. So there's a lot of defense.
Oh, wait a minute. I missed that. Taven Bryan went 29. How did I miss that?
29 to the Jags, bro.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
He went late in the first like I thought, man.
So there's
oh, my God.
Yeah, and then Darius Geis, who a lot of people thought was going to go in the first, fell out of the first, and instead Rashad Penny gets picked ahead of him. Sony Mitchell gets picked ahead of him.
Yep.
And my guy Lamar Jackson goes 32nd pick overall. I'm happy to see 5 QBs in the first round. I think I predicted 4. I'm just happy to see Jackson go in the first.
To Baltimore, who traded back into the first round.
To get him.
Yep.
So he's a boom or bust guy. I really hope that guy booms because he's an exciting style of play
Booms
as well.
or bust. You're right. You know what? I thought the Bills of Arizona would take a shot at Lamar Jackson. And I was kind of hoping the Jets. The Jets did at number 3, because you know what? I think he's going to shock a lot of people. He might be the second best quarterback in this draft, only because he got wheels. So if his accuracy and he didn't do well in his Wonderlic test, and I believe Charles Woodson didn't have a good Wonderlic test either. So
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Josh Jackson's still going to be on the board tomorrow. He's a guy, he could play man. He can't really tackle, can't play zone at all. Turnover machine where he was at. Again, Geis is on the board still. Isaiah Oliver's there.
Yep.
So the second round still to come. We got 2 in the 5th, right? We got 2 or 3 in the 6th, I think now. We can move up a little bit in the back end there. We might move back in the back end. There's a lot of things that can still be done in day 2.
Yeah.
We're not going to be on the air for that, unfortunately. We're going to pick all that up in next week's show, next Thursday's show, and we'll kind of do a full draft recap and give you guys a little bit more detail on their draft profiles. You'll know it by then, but you'll get our spin on it too, and how all this flushes out. So I know people are disappointed. Remember, this is a deep draft. I told you it was going to be wacky, and most certainly is. A lot of guys fell out. We're picking high up in the second round, and hey, day 2, anything can happen. So let's talk about the other side of this, Kane, because we didn't get one player today. We actually picked up 2 players today, right? We traded the 3rd round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers for Martavis Bryant. So give me your thoughts on Martavis Bryant.
Oh, my God. I think Dante Pettis in the 3rd round would have been better than Martavis Bryant. Anytime a team is willing to trade a young player, they must think it's something. We'll see. And again, I hate to question everything this coaching staff is doing, but it's pointing to me to the fact that John Gruden still is John Gruden from 1998 as far as his philosophy on players and veterans and rookies. I think now you've seen that with the signing of the majority of the starters or the potential starters on the team are veterans. There isn't really one glowing or one rookie, and not even the one we drafted in the 1st round, going to start. If it is, correct me, fellas, but am I wrong?
No.
This is a veteran-laden team right now.
When Reggie came in, we got younger, and now you're right. Now that Gruden's come in, we've gotten older, and that is kind of Gruden's thing, and that kind of bit him in the backside in Tampa.
Yeah.
So there is kind of a cause for concern. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
I was so looking forward to, and you guys we've been doing this thing, and I've been screaming, young defense. Let's go with the 2 young corners. Let's get younger so we can take a year to get older. And all we did was take 2 months to get older. And then we haven't drafted a starter in the first round so far, in my opinion. So let's see what we do in the second round. We still need a defensive back.
Hey, Maurice Hurst. Maurice Hurst is still there. Hurst is still there. And
we
that
still need a defensive tackle.
Yeah. So if we can get Hurst in the second round, and we come away with a defensive tackle and offensive tackle, the guy, let's be fair, Colton Miller's upside, it's pretty high. If this guy pans out, he's a big dude. He's fast. He's got tight end speed, as Kuiper was
former
saying.
Former tight end. So he's got former tight end speed and footwork is what they were saying.
Undertow is dropping knowledge on me right
Can he
now.
handle Von Miller? Can he handle Joey Bosa? Can
Yeah,
he handle
yeah.
Ingram?
Well, that's the
So-
big question, right?
So that's the knock on
pass
Colton
rushers
Miller.
in the
The
AFC
knock on
West.
Colton Miller is that he does look pensive and nervous against adept pass rushers. And so that's the biggest concern because, like we mentioned earlier, Bradley Chubb falls to the Broncos today. That line only gets stronger. Derwin James now with San Diego. Their blitz package is going to be ridiculous. And you're right, Undertow. I got it backwards. Josh Jackson plays zone, not man. Had he been playing man, good fit for a system. The point remains he can't tackle. But looking at Colton Miller, there's a lot of upside, but the downside is his breakout season was 2017. He didn't have a breakout season prior to that. Everyone's speechless right now. Everyone's just looking at me.
I mean, I'm so shocked. I didn't even do my homework on this. I mean, I did a little bit. I looked at some film, and I watched. I didn't do nothing extensive. I just kind of said, "Oh, guy, he is athletic. He's quick. His feet. He's got good movement. He's got power against college talent.
Yeah,
but can he handle Von Miller, Bosa? I mean, we got Can you now? Mind you, he's going to be going against one of the best tackles, especially if they start him out on the right side. That's where Mac lines up. So if he can hold down the fort with Mac, then he's got a good shot at making it in the NFL. That's his upside right there, is that you practice against one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, and you should learn really quick whether you can make it in this league or not.
So let's flip back to Martavis Bryant. So he's 26 years old. He as far as age goes, he's middle of the road. He's not too young. He's not too old.
Right.
He's going to be a free agent next year. So to keep him under the cap, we might have to do a little bit. But our cap space goes up tremendously next year. I think we can get rid of Seth Roberts next year with little or less dead money at the very least. This is a guy that struggled. Apparently, he's gotten on the right track. He's found religion. As Undertow says, he's found Jesus. He's saved. He's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right.
And now who's going to play slot receiver? That's not a question anymore. You got Bryant, you got Nelson, and you got Cooper out there. So I, for one, think it's a tremendous upgrade with big upside. Now, is he worth a third-round draft pick? I would say not, but it was a second pick. So,
but listen, that's the key, right?
Answer me this, fellas. Is there somebody better in the third round? This is how you, in my opinion, as a GM, how I would go about whether I make this trade or not. Do I see anybody on my board better in the third round that might be there better than Martin? And obviously Reggie McKenzie or Gruden or Grugy, whatever you want to call them, they didn't see that because they traded for him. But in my opinion, there was better. There is better. Let me get y'all opinions on that, because that was a shocker to me. That really was I didn't see that coming.
So let me just make a comment on this, because I know you were high on Dante Pettis. You were mentioning that you feel that's a better choice than taking Martavis Bryant with the third pick. But we have to take into account that that's a third round pick that we traded away. We still have a third round pick. we still have a third-round pick. We didn't give away our third-round pick. We gave away the pick that we got from Arizona.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Yep,
we still
exactly.
we're still picking 11 in the third round. If you're really high on this guy, and if they see the same potential and he's there, that doesn't mean that they can't still take him. You know, so that's the one saving grace. You gave away a pick that you got from another team. You didn't give away your own pick in the third round.
Yeah. And here you got a guy for in 2017, 50 receptions, 2015, 50 receptions, over 765 yards in 2015, and that's in 11 games. This guy projects out to be possibly a 1,000-yard wide receiver if he's given enough looks. I personally really like the signing. How long he stays around remains to be seen, but it alleviates Seth Roberts. It adds more weapons to Derek Carr. And like you said, we still have the third-round pick. The other thing is this guy scored touchdowns on kick returns as well. So now you got a special teams player. That's versatility. That's John Gruden's favorite thing in a player. I don't care who you are. If you could play multiple positions, you have a much better chance of fielding a position on John Gruden's squad. And I think that makes a lot of sense here. So at the very least, to steal your quote, to put a silver lining on this black cloud, is you got a guy, Colton Miller, that fills a need. It's a stretch. It's an early pick, and early by maybe 1 year, as Kane was saying. But you also got a guy like Martavis Bryant that bolsters a wide receiver core that had holes in it, and you still have 11 picks to go with a lot of talent still on the board sitting there for you in the second round. So I know everybody's kind of like upset right now, but let's not get over our skis because this isn't over yet.
Yeah. And I mean, and I think with Martavis Bryant, you really got to look at who else do we have on staff besides Jordy Nelson and Amari Cooper. Is he an upgrade based off of the other guys that we have on the team? That's an absolute yes. It's an absolute yes. The upside to Martavis Bryant is way more than a Seth Roberts or even a Johnny Holton. Come on, now let's be real.
Yeah,
let's be real. These guys.
Yes,
I've been waiting for these guys to get cut. So let's be honest about that. We upgraded what we currently have, and we still have the picks to pick up other guys that are going to come cheap with a lot of high potential, man.
I think it was 20 free agents before today, and now we got 2 players today. So that's 22 players that Gruden has hand stamped on this team. 53 make the roster.
Right.
He's overturned half the roster.
Yeah. And we got 11 more to go. So it's going to be 33 by the end of the weekend that we've already picked up this offseason. That's a lot of bodies in camp.
Right.
But you know what though? Let's slow down with that. Yeah, he's brought in a lot of bodies. That don't mean everybody's gonna make that team just because they got signed as a free agent. He's bringing in, in my opinion. And if you got to go back to 1998, 1999 when we was trying to build a championship squad, we brought a lot of players in who thought might just. But they really didn't. They was just brought in for competition. And then the real cream of the crop rose to the top. So let's just slow our horses here. Yes, that there's been a lot of movement and a lot of signing, a lot of transactions that has happened, but we still got the defense hasn't really been plucked like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we brought in some players, but nothing that said, "Oh, this person gonna beat this person out, or this person gonna start." We've only got through the first round of the draft. I still want to see, because I don't feel comfortable going into the season with a Tahir Whitehead and even the guy we signed. I'm having a brain fart right now. I can't think of his name. Rashad Melvin. Is that his name? The cornerback.
Yes, corner from the Colts.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable going into a season with these players starting. I'm not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So let's see what we do in the coming months here after June 1 cuts, the mini camps, training camp cuts, until we say that there's been a lot of turnover rather than more so there's been competition.
Right.
You got to now earn your position.
And that's what we were just
Right.
saying. I don't think Che was alluding to the fact that all these guys were going to make the squad. I think he's just saying we're bringing in numbers, and now you get a pick of the litter.
But I think also what you commented, Kane, is part of what we're saying too. You're saying that he brought in all these guys in the past, and none of those guys that he brought in were necessarily the guy, but the cream rose to the top.
Yeah.
So competition causes that. If you don't have the competition, then you're not going to see that from guys. If they're not challenged, they're not pushed by somebody else. If you're the guy that's already on the team that's supposed to be the starter, and you see guys being brought on, and you're like, wait a minute, they play my position.
Yeah.
That gives you motivation to say, oh, fuck that. I'm going to show you that
Yeah.
I'm the guy. And that's exactly what we want, right? So at the end of the day, we want we want those guys. We want that push. We want that motivation. And so if you're bringing in all these guys, maybe they're not the guy, but maybe they make the guy become the guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
Exactly.
The
No, you're
roster-
100% correct. Where you know what, and you're 100% right. And to tag on to what you just said, the last couple years we haven't done that. We've just whoever we drafted, they all made the team. We built, and we secretly underneath our eyes, we built a team of young players, and it just hasn't, for whatever reason, it's not worked out with coaching staff or whoever the coaches was. If they didn't marinate the dudes right and coach them up right and get them to the point where we good. So now we are in Gruden's era, and now Gruden has said, look, okay, thank you, Reggie. You tried to make the team young. No, we need to bring in some veterans to make these guys work, because all they was doing was giving really positions. If you look back at the last 3 years, because like Jack Del Rio was quoted in saying, when you got undrafted free agents and street free agents making a team, you don't have depth. So, this is an example of depth.
Well, Kane,
Now, like I said,
Kane might.
is everybody going to make the roster? No, I doubt it.
Nope.
But go ahead, you guys.
Well, no, I was just going to say that exact same thing. Is this roster has lacked depth for a while, so
Yeah.
this ain't going to be the only year you're going to see some change.
Right.
Next year, you're going to see some turnover too.
Yeah, especially next year when we got a full bankroll to play with.
There you go.
We're just getting started right now. But you're absolutely going to see Melvin start this year. You got Conley, and then I'd rather see Melvin out there than Dexter McDonald. Go look up at Melvin's stats. He's played well. That's a solid corner. There was a lot of guys that were very impressed by the value that we got out of that, especially the prices that were being paid for corners just 3 days before that.
Exactly.
Tyre Whitehead's actually a pretty solid linebacker. He's going to do well for us. And these guys are going to be rotational. That means the squad stays fresh. That means you get to rotate guys in like James and keep him fresh, because you saw what happened to him last year.
Right.
You get to keep a guy like Lee fresh. You get to keep a guy like Morrow fresh. It's just going to be rotating in and out. Now, we're still lacking a middle linebacker, so, let's try to get Bowman in here. I'm feeling a lot less optimistic about that right now.
Whitehead.
Tyre.
better
It's
than
Tyre Whitehead.
Jermaine Edmonds.
Well, that remains to be seen. I mean, that remains to be seen, right?
Hard to tell.
But, I mean, at the same time, would you rather have your bookend tackles be Vidal Alexander and Giacomini protecting Derek Carr? So
Hell no.
It's a tight pinch.
That's
You didn't have no
not even-
tackles
that's-
available on
that's-
free agency, and there's no depth there on your squad. So if push comes to shove, you got to do something. You just can't draft another middle-of-the-road guy in the 5th round and throw him back at that offensive line. But Kane's intent on arguing with me about something that I actually agree with him with. We get your point, Kane. We've heard it. You're going to keep arguing with me. I'm not arguing with you.
No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm just like, that was a good. That was good comeback. Yeah. No, it's cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? These are the play. It is what it is, as they say, and that's a saying that I hate, but it is what it is at this point. Yes, there was talent there. Yes, we're all disappointed, but it is what it is at this point, and it's not over. So I kind of feel like we're going to start going in circles here. We've covered it. Free agency was a bit lackluster. We maybe got value there. The first round was a big lackluster, but maybe we get surprised there. Martavis Bryant also, question marks. A lot of people are really up about it. A lot of people are really upset about it. So we'll see about that right there. There's a lot of question marks surrounding the silver and black right now. But at the same time, there's a lot of bodies. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of potential right there. And they're about to go through the Gruden grinder.
Yeah.
And what comes out the other side, potentially a playoff team. So we'll see. We've seen Gruden do a lot with less before, Yeah, Toby, you got to take the headphones up before you walk away. They're not wireless. But no, I appreciate that. I think that, Kane, I think you're the voice of Raider Nation right now. I think a lot of what you're feeling is the same as what we're feeling, and it's a lot the same of what Twitter's feeling out there. But at the same time, it's Raider Nation. We got to roll with it. We can be critical. We're supposed to be critical. A good fan is critical. A tuned-in fan is critical. They're informed. They're intelligent. They're educated. But, we got to roll with their squad at this point. So, just fingers crossed, and let's see what comes out the other side. You got Tom Cable. If he likes the guy and he sees something he can work with, then I got to trust my coaching staff at this point.
Yeah. No, I'm behind that, man. I mean, at this point, we can bitch and moan and complain about it all we want, but the pick is in, man. We can't go back. We can't change it.
Nope.
There's nothing that's going to change what we got. We got Colton Miller, and we got Martavis Bryant basically in the first round.
So I'm going to put a ball on this right here and say, as shocked as you were with this first round pick, let's hope to be shocked on day 2 that a talent falls to us we didn't think would be there.
There you go.
I, for one, would really like to see.
If you had to say a name, give me a name.
I would really like to see Maurice Hurst end up on this defensive line day 2 of the draft. That's the guy that I want to see fall to the Oakland Raiders on day 2. And if we, that's the guy I want.
What about you, Che? Give me a name, Che.
You know what, man? A name that comes to mind is Isaiah Oliver, cornerback. Obviously, we have a need there.
It'd be a great pick. What about you, Kane? Who's your second round gem? Who's the guy that's still on the board that you want to pick up?
I'm gonna have to say. Oh man!
Is it Darius Geis?
No, Anthony Avery.
Anthony Avery in the second.
Back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would you pick him at 9 in the second round, or would you trade back to get him?
I would trade back. He's going to be there if you trade back.
Okay. So Anthony Avery, but Isaiah Oliver's still there, ranked higher than he is.
He's
so
still there.
I think all 3 of those picks are good. I'd be happy with Oliver. Avery, if we get him a little bit later, I'd be intrigued by that. Maurice Hurst, I'd be ecstatic.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still that guy, the guy out of Texas, linebacker out of Texas that you were big on too, Kane, Malik Jackson, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might even fall even further.
Yeah.
Also, there's another guy who we might be interested in taking, named Darius Geis, in the second round. I mean, he's there.
Yep.
So it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting day. I think this whole weekend is going to be very, very interesting because we got a lot of picks.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give you a call probably on Saturday and just chat you up, and we'll really dig into this and see how it all washes out. But what are you doing this weekend, bud?
Draft.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm doing the draft all weekend. I'm gonna try to catch. You know what's funny is I bought tickets to the Avengers for tonight, 9:30 show, and then I was like, you know what? I got to do the pod. In the draft. I'm tripping. What was I thinking? You know what I mean? So I had to go online today. I had to go online today and cancel my tickets for the Avengers. So I got 2 paid 4 tickets to the Avengers movie, so I'll probably hit that up one of these days before Sunday.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I was excited. I'm excited about that movie. I want to see what's the connection with the Black Panther and the Avenger connection.
Yeah,
this is supposed to be about Wakanda.
Okay, cool. And you got the Guardians of the Galaxy in the mix too, which would be fun.
Sure. Everybody's coming together.
Exactly. Yeah, it's supposed to be good. You guys into the Avenger movies or what?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The Wonder Woman movies.
There you go. There you go.
The Marvel film I actually just watched that I was behind on was Deadpool. I just got to see that. I hadn't seen that yet.
Good.
That was fantastic.
They're supposed to come out with X-Force.
Okay.
X-Force is the next one coming up, which has Deadpool in it, and then
and Deadpool 2.
I just saw a trailer or a little sneak peek of Venom.
Venom looks great.
Yeah,
that looks fantastic. And I'm
Oh
big.
yeah, that does look really good. Yeah.
The show I'm into right now is Westworld. That's what I've been watching. I'm trying to get caught up so I can watch season 2. I haven't never seen season 1, so I started it last night. It's pretty fantastic. It's pretty good.
So what's your favorite syndicated? What's your favorite show on regular TV, not cable? 2, 4, 5, 7, and what's that? 2, 4, 5, and 7. Give me a show.
Give you my show. Dang, I mean, I don't watch regular TV. I watch like the local news.
Wrong answer.
Yeah, I don't really get into like sitcoms or anything like that.
You know what's good?
Roseanne.
I don't watch Roseanne.
You know what? I started watching Roseanne, but you know what's cool, man? You guys gotta check it out if you haven't already. The Last OG, man, with Tracy Morgan.
Oh, I do have to see that.
The Last OG is off the hook. That's on my DVR.
Yeah,
Is
man.
that what station?
TBS.
TBS. That's what I thought. Yeah, I gotta see that.
That's the shit right there.
Yeah, I like Tracy Morgan. Good pull.
Yeah,
He's
last
hilarious,
night's
man.
episode. The last episode was good too. Yeah, it's been good.
Hustle Man.
Yeah, Hustle Man,
Hustle
bro.
Man.
It's my boy.
Yeah,
Hustle
yeah.
Man made a little appearance on our Twitter timeline last
Yeah, he
week.
did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, shout out to Che for that one. You're real for that. Well, cool, man. Any burger spots you want to recommend before we get off the air this week, King?
Hey, you know what? On the real, I'm not gonna recommend a burger spot, but I'm gonna tell y'all about a spot. If you want some southern cooking to take you back to Louisiana,
Come to your house?
down like no, I'm talking about. And you know what? It choked the shit out of me too, because when I was eating there, I felt like I was in because I live in the Bay Area, so it took me back to the South.
Wow.
But the city that I was in, I was like, damn, are we in Oakland? Because this restaurant can only be in Oakland or in Louisiana. But this restaurant is in Concord. And
Wow.
It's called Nola Po' Boy Sandwiches.
Ooh, that
You would
already
think-
sounds good.
But you know what? To hear
Po'
it, you
boy.
would think it's just a
Yeah.
regular fly-by. No, it's a soul food. It's not even soul food. It's like Southern. If you've been to New Orleans and to the South and you ate that cuisine out there,
Yeah.
it's that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the catfish was off the chain. I had the catfish. I had half a bowl of gumbo, sausage, shrimp, and chicken gumbo. Man, it was off the hook.
That sounds
when
fire.
I ate it, my folks was like, "Oh, you didn't even take a picture for your blog." I was like, "Oh man, I'm tripping. I sure didn't. I just mashed on it when it came. I just mashed on it." So I'm telling you, that was off the hook. So I had that last weekend. It was good. I was like, "Yeah, I'm a." And I told the chick when I was leaving, because she don't know, but I was like, she don't know that we got a few people that listen to us every week. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going to tell my podcast about this place. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, okay. Kind of like shrugged it off like, yeah, you don't know. I got a few, we got a few people that tune in every week. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to shout out to Nola Po' Boy Sandwiches in Concord on Willow Pass Road. If you ever out there and you want to just drop in and have a good bite to eat, that's the place to go right there. And it's a little hidden gem, too. It's not even like in the strip, like where everything is. It's just a little hidden gem, and kind of like what hood in Concord they have, what little bit of a hood they have.
Yeah, that's
in
where it's at.
Concord.
Damn.
That's where it's at.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
Concord had
Yeah.
it, but
So-
next time I usually see about one concert a summer out in Concord, so that'll
There you go.
be my pregame meal. So good looking out. I have a burger recommendation for all of you.
Shoot.
So on 420, I went on a little hike. I was out there in Big Sur. I was with my lady and some of our friends, and we hiked this place called the Buzzard's Roost. It looked really short on the map. I'll just say that. I did not know
It was all uphill though, bro.
It was
looked
a
so short.
it was a 1,000-foot elevation change. It was Switchback City. So we got down the hill. We were hungry, needless to say. We're coming back up Highway 1, and we hit up this place called Nepenthe. Apparently, this place is world famous. I'd never heard of it, but immediately as I walked up out onto the porch, I knew why, because it's perched right over the ocean. I mean, you're right there. There's some places have an ocean view. This is like the most majestic ocean view I've ever seen at a restaurant. It's nestled in the Big Sur Hills right there, just south of Monterey, Carmel, California. And they have a burger there that they're famous for called the Ambrosia Burger. And I'll just say this: it is straightforward. There's nothing fancy about this burger. It's got an ambrosia sauce. It's not fruit salad. I know that's what they call ambrosia, but I'm not quite sure what the sauce is. I'm gonna have to do a little digging around. It was very creamy. It's on like a French roll, just straightforward, but cooked perfectly, seasoned perfectly, and just umptuous in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're ever out there in that area, go take yourself a hike up Buzzard's Roost. That sounds more menacing now in hindsight that I got up there. The view up there was incredible too.
Did you say Buzzard's Roost?
Yeah, that was the name of the hike. Yeah, because when you get to the top, it's literally like this roost. It oversees the entire the coastal
Go
coast
take
side
a
right there.
hike up Buzzard's Roost.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's it, man. That's good stuff, though.
But on that note, man, it's always good having you on. You always make me hungry when you come on the show. And put a big smile on my face, so I appreciate that. That must mean you're family, Kane.
Most definitely.
Man, we family, man. We all family, man. This is the hey, shout out to the forefather of the Pillaging Silver and Black 666 in the house.
That's it.
Can we get a round of applause?
Thank you. Golf clap.
Why don't you say something for the people, Silver and Black 666?
Go Gruden. I'm going to stay positive.
There you go.
I'm going to try.
We got to stay positive. We got to stay positive.
Well, all right,
Hey,
brother.
It's always good talking to y'all fellas, man. I'll holler at y'all next week, man.
Absolutely. Sounds good, man.
All right, brother.
All right, Kane.
All right. Peace
All right.
out.
Peace out, man.
Peace.
Yeah, it was good. That was exactly what we needed. I think that's what Raider fan needed. Live vicariously through Kane. He gets it out for you. Get the poison out. And I know. I mean, we all feel the same way. I think he puts it really well, though, and I think you can hear you can hear the emotion, you can hear the fire, the passion in the voice. I don't need to explain it to you; it's self-explanatory.
But you know what? Sometimes that's all you need. You need to get it out. You need to shout it out.
Yep.
And then you're feeling better.
Yep.
And hopefully everybody in the nation can go to sleep a little bit more content.
Yeah.
Tonight.
So you're gonna wake up tomorrow morning. You're gonna have slept on this. And you're going to pop in the Pillaging Podcast.
Yeah.
Like it's a tape deck, like people are listening.
Right.
What if you had to put podcasts out on tape? That never would have worked, huh?
Wouldn't have worked.
Selling about the trunk or
Yeah.
what? Just selling about the trunk? This
Yeah.
is my podcast. Check it out.
How about when people were first putting music on the internet? My friend pointed this out last week. They're like, dude, if you told somebody you had your music online in 1997, they would have thought your shit was whack, bro. Like, why is your album on the internet, dog? Nobody's listening to that. Imagine that. Oh, the irony.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where. Are you all right over there?
Yeah, no. I had a little static in my headphones.
static.
So it's all
Okay.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard it.
So yeah, man, let's do some shout outs.
Shout outs.
Let's shout it out. Shout out to Robert Half. Shout out to Cordell Richmond. Shout out to Anthony Ab Scroll, Edward Ariza, Raider Dread, Ronald Coggins, Liberal Raider 126. Shout out to Nurse Aaron, Night Watch Raider, Feminista Ace 562, Jeff Borchardt, Jerry Baker, P with a capital P, Izzy 805, Mr. Dugan, Mitchell Fry, Martha Arenas, Raider Michael, Raider 3524, Dem Raiders 21, Dan New York Raider, 2011 Nathan Horton, fan account. That's what's up. John Ranieri, shout out to Evil Jester, shout out Marcus Kegley, Alex Hameen, I can't pronounce that. Deanna D, Jenny Lynn. By the way, Jenny Lynn's going to be doing a podcast with my friend Andrea Dolan, or Angria Trask. Sorry, I put her government out there. I think it's okay. It's on her articles. Angria Trask. They're going to be coming out with a podcast called Just Win, ladies.
Nice.
And it's going to be an all-female Raider Nation podcast.
I like it.
I really pushed Andrea to do this. I felt like she wanted to, and she wanted to do a podcast, and I thought this was a good hook. And I mean, I want to say it was my idea, but her and I teased it out, and this was some while ago, and a lot of props for her for just going out there and getting it done and finding herself a host. So I don't know much about Jenny Lynn, but I've heard good things. We're following her on Twitter. She's entertaining to follow. So make sure you follow Jenny Lynn, and we'll have Andrea on the show before that show drops so you can hear about it. And hey, guys, maybe you want to listen to some girls talk about it, which you should, but also this can provide like an excellent window for females that are looking to get into the Raider Nation. Maybe your wife or your girlfriend wants to know more about it, and maybe they prefer listening to a couple ladies instead of a room full of meatheads like us. That'll work too. And you know, at the same time, maybe you have your ladies are already big sports fans, are already big Raider fans. It's just one more podcast out there for all of us from Raider Nation. Like I said, it's not competition, it's community, and that's where we're at. So shout out to you, Jenny Lynn, Omar Medina, Sean, GR136, and Shannon Jones, another lady out there in Raider Nation, a wife of one of our pillagers that listen already. So
there you go.
There's that point right there. What do you got?
I got some IG shout outs. Some of the guys that I missed last week and ladies. We got Raider Ghoul, Joe Daddy 7511, Slam White, Raider Toops. When I saw that, I automatically thought to Yasasopo. RN Dub C San Diego, the Raider Nation Wrecking Crew San Diego.
Yeah.
We got ACal 11, Jones Style.
Dope.
We got Benito's 42, Raider World, Lee Richard 20, Kev 714, Zach Kreischer, Raiders Fan Radio.
Yes, sir.
And my boy Medium Brer. My former roommate in college.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. And by the way, Raiders Fan Radio, thanks for following us on IG. I just want to let you guys know, those of you that listen to both shows, if you haven't gone back to listen to the last episode of Raiders Fan Radio, just a plug for them. Sonny's back. The team is back. Sonny and Murph are reunited, and it feels so good. That's your cue.
And it feels so good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to them. Make sure you check them out. I'm going to get those guys on this show here eventually. We got a long summer in front of us. As Che alluded to, I got a new job, so things have been quite hectic lately.
Yes, it is.
My days are long. I worked a 10-hour yesterday. I got off a little early today. Snuck out of there. Actually, that's not true. I had permission. But my schedule could be changing, which means the schedule of the show could be changing. There's a possibility the show moves to a new date and time, but stay tuned. We will tell you about that. It will be a good date and time. The alternative we have picked out right now, I think you're really going to like it. In fact, I think it might be an improvement. But we appreciate you guys, everybody that joined the YouTube stream. I see you guys. I think the chat crapped out. So we were going to do
Is that what happened?
Yeah, we were going to do an ICU segment, but
I see you.
as YouTube often does, it glitched out. So you still
We saw you, though. We saw you.
we saw
did
you,
see you.
and Chase still with the theme music, so you got that. So you're not missing out on that. And as always, that's what for this week's show. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in and leave a message to be played on air. 408-909-PJFF. Get dipped in your pillaging gear. Head over to pj4f.com/shop. Download the official Pillaging app available for iOS and Android. And if you don't want to do that, we're available wherever podcasts are sold. I recommend you get the app. We're going to have some bonus content coming to that in the coming season. And as always, I'm Kenny Stapler, joined by
Your boy, Che.
and we out here.
Peace.
Go Raiders.
Yeah.
Silver and Black 666.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry I did that. I was about to cough so bad I didn't want to do it in the mic. Is there a way you can cut that part out? Where I bumped this when I was getting up?
Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. I think I had the gate on, so I
Okay.
should knock that out anyways. We should have really talked about your song.
Oh, no, we can do that another time. We did that last time.
We did do that.
I'm having fun.
We did.
Anytime you guys want to do it again, I'm down.
Okay. It's not too late for you?